from Hey Food to one is present here. Aditi from Hey Foodie and today Miss Priya Raman joining us in our very healthy show. Miss Priya Raman has done her school in DBM English School and she has completed graduation from Kithira College, Chennai. She is a completed assistant manager accounting in the 2003. Now Ms. Priya Raman is dealing with Arka University since 2003. She has published two research papers and is a visiting faculty in the Institute of Cost and Management Accountant of India.
Thank you so much for your introduction, Aditi.
Good evening, ma'am. Welcome to
Good
Hey
evening.
Foodie.
Thank you so much. How are you doing?
Fine, ma'am, fine. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sadaf Gulzar, and I extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you to today's chat show with Hey Foodie, and I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so
Ma'am,
much.
before I start, I would like to tell you in brief about what we do at Hey Foodie. Ma'am, we are a platform that serves homemade food to students of multiple schools and various others through subscription service. We provide a medium through which people can inculcate healthy eating habits in their day-to-day life and hence be aware of its importance. The food served by us is homemade, healthy, hygienic, and fresh, and will definitely remind you of maa ke haath ka khana. So, ma'am, I would like to start off today's session by asking you a few questions. Can I start, ma'am?
Definitely. Please go ahead.
Hello. Ma'am, according to you, what is a healthy lifestyle?
See, I would say a healthy lifestyle is where a person is in a position that the person eats well and that person is in a position to digest what he eats. He has enough physical activity involved in his day-to-day life, and I think that is a healthy lifestyle for a person. I cannot say the lifestyle which belongs to you or which you are following, which X person is following, can be the right kind of lifestyle for the Y person as well. Because every person, the way they are built, so basically that's very different from the other person. So a healthy lifestyle, I would say, is a place or is a lifestyle which a person can easily go through, can easily digest what he eats. That can be anything. You can have anything in the
Yes.
day-to-day activity and you can still digest that. So I think that is
Yes.
the to remain active, flexible is what a healthy lifestyle to me.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am. As we know, all know that nowadays everyone goes in a depression mood very quickly. So, why students go in a depression? So, is there any food related to it? Something like that?
I think food is something which will get you out of depression. So we have always seen that when we are sulking or when we are at a phase where we are angry, we usually quit eating or drinking anything. So that
Yes.
point that adds on to our sulkiness. So food is something which it'll definitely get you out of depression. And why exactly today's generation is getting so much into depression, or I would not say everybody is into depression because depression is a very strong word. I would
Yes.
say they are in a position where they feel that they are a bit inferior, or they do lack a sense of confidence in them. I think today's generation needs to work on that more rather than thinking that they are in depression.
Yes, ma'am, very true. Ma'am, so as we all know, we all are going through this pandemic. We know that building strong immunity is very important. So, how can we build a strong immunity? What measures you take to build a strong immunity?
uh, I am a very ghar ka person. You cannot expect me to do 10 different, I cannot have n number of proteins or something. So the first thing that you need to do to build your immunity at the current point of time is that you need to stay home, stay safe, avoid bahar ka khana or going out as much as you can. You need to focus more on ghar ka food. Drinking hot water is very important. that
Yes.
because hot water burns down everything negative inside you and it keeps only positivity inside you. So drinking hot water is a way you can build in your immunity. Having good kind of food, taking in milk in your diet does definitely increase your immunity. I am a vegetarian
Yes.
person, so you would only find milk, paneer in my diet. You won't find chicken, mutton in my diet.
Yes, milk and paneer, all this
Yeah.
kind. Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, what do you feel are the changes in education that have come from a long time?
Mhm. So the biggest drift that has happened in the field of education is turning on to this virtual mode. I think I would have personally always preferred this conversation happening on a one-to-one basis, because you learn so much when you meet a person physically. But due to this
Yes, ma'am.
pandemic situation, we have shifted off from offline mode of education to online mode of education. So I think this is the biggest transit anyone would have expected. If 4 years back or 2 years back or even last year, if someone in Jamshedpur have spoken to you, Sadaf, ki, Sadaf, will you be willing to convert your school or college into an online mode of education? You would have said, ki, nah, it's not my cup of tea. I always want to go back to the school or college that I belong to and
Yes, ma'am.
have that physical feel of visiting the college. I think that is the biggest transition that's happening. Also, the new educational policy that has come up, that grants you the freedom to pursue different subjects from
Mm.
different field. That is also a
Yes,
very
ma'am.
big transition.
Mm.
That,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
will push the student to have a variety of knowledge and they can pursue their passion wherever they are.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Ma'am, how can one be motivated even after having some drawbacks in their lives?
Okay. For this, I have a very simple example. We have 5 fingers in our hand, and
Yes, ma'am.
no finger is similar to the other one. Yet they form your hand, correct? Yet they
Yes,
form your
ma'am.
hand, and you require all your fingers to do a specific task. To hold a pen, to carry a bag, you need all 5 fingers of yours. So I would just say that irrespective of what qualities a person has, let it be positive or negative, we need a balance in our life. Everyone cannot be perfect. Everyone cannot be saint like. We are humans. We are born to
Yes,
commit
ma'am.
errors and learn from those errors. So the ultimate motive or the ultimate method with which you can keep yourself motivated is never to sit back, never to यार ये बोल के कभी मत बैठो कि I cannot do this, ये मेरे से नहीं होगा. That is never the kind of attitude one should have. You should always get
Yes,
up and
ma'am.
fight back. You should always have that energy, that zeal to push back, to bounce back, and to achieve whatever you have dreamt of. So that is a major factor that one should have to be self motivated at all point of time. And in the current scenario, there wouldn't be an ex person coming and telling you to be motivated, because you are all alone in your home. And we come from that background that where our parents are not sitting with us continuously and telling, oh, are you feeling low, do you need some kind of motivation? They are so busy in their day to day household chores, and we are so busy in our life that we also don't feel that we need a sense of motivation or a word of guidance from someone. So it is
Yes,
very
ma'am.
important that the student learns how to keep himself motivated, how to push himself to achieve his dreams, and how exactly he can keep himself going. That can be the smallest of factors, but that is very important.
Yes, ma'am. Self motivation is very much important. Yes. Ma'am, are you a foodie? Do you like to cook?
uh, I am a foodie. I like to eat, but I don't like to cook. My sister is a fabulous cook. She cooks for me and I eat.
Okay. So, ma'am, what's your favorite dish?
So I am not a person, I am not a very sweet person, okay? And I am not very specific. I am okay with variations. You can testify me, you can do experiments with me. All it should be, the namak and mirch should be okay in the food. I am okay with everything.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, everyone have some childhood memory related to food. So, do you have your any childhood memory which is related to
My
food?
mother never lets me forget this one. So my mother used to tell me that I was a very cranky kid. Okay? And when they had to send me to preschool, so So my daddy used to sit with me for like 1.5 hour, and she used to have this breakfast with me, and she used to feed that breakfast to me. I was 3.5 years when you go to preschool, and that process, that everyday ka process used to take around 1 to 1.5 hours. So that is a very food se related wala memory that I have. That she was like, "You gave me one hell of a life to make you eat when you were a kid." Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Do you think that following a timetable is important for a healthy life?
It is very important. uh, See, we all have this habit of preparing a timetable, not following them, and
Yes,
then making fun of it, like यार हम तो timetable बनाते हैं लेकिन कभी follow होता ही नहीं है वो. But if you ask me, subconsciously somewhere down the line, that timetable helps you set a lifestyle, that helps you set a way of life. So I remember this when I was pursuing my cost accounting. I had framed a timetable for me, which had included the times when I would be studying relevant subjects. That included me getting up early, not staying up late at night. And I believe in dustbin theory. I always tell this to my students as well when they come to my class for the very first time, that making a timetable, and I'm not saying you make a very precise rigid timetable wherein you cannot even squeeze in one extra minute to do what you want, but you should have a generalized timetable where you have divided your day into different parts. You have time for your studies, you have time for your parents, you have time for your friends, you have time for everything. And that is very important to keep you stable. Like you said, how why exactly people are moving into this sense of depression, or
yes,
in
ma'am.
sense of not feeling belonged in the society or in a current scenario. This timetable will help them come out of that scenario. When you spend time with people, let it be your friends, let it be your parents, you tend to have different kind of thoughts and mindsets that happen. So that is really helpful. Following a
Ye-
timetable is really helpful. And
Uh,
specifically for students, I give this dustbin theory to them, wherein I tell them that if you get up early in the morning, which is the biggest task even for me now, if you get up early in the morning, your mind is totally blank. You don't have any thoughts, you have not done anything. So anything that you study early in the morning will stay in your subconscious mind, even though if you think that you are able to correlate or you are in a position, you don't remember anything what you have read, but that stays with you irrespective of
yes,
what
ma'am.
you do in the middle of the night. Many people have this thought process that I can stay up the whole night but I cannot get up in the morning. बट एक डस्टबिन घर का कैसे होता है, रात में वो डस्टबिन पूरा भरा हुआ रहता है. यू हैव एन नंबर ऑफ थॉट्स इन योर माइंड, तो आप जितना भी रात में पढ़ लो वो कुछ नहीं होगा, वो आपके दिमाग में रहेगा ही नहीं. सो यू शुड हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ थ्योरी
बिल्कुल,
कि जो
मैम.
भी टफेस्ट सब्जेक्ट है, यू गेट अप इन द मॉर्निंग एंड स्पेंड 1 hour on it.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Ma'am, one last question. What message would you like to give to our youth and everyone who's present over there?
See, the only thing I would like to tell you all is, and I meet so many kids, okay, and all of them have n number of problems. There are different problems happening in every kid's life, and no two kids are unique. Everybody has a different talent. Everybody has a different set of caliber. I would just like to tell all of y'all that be passionate about what you do, and I'm very serious about following your passion. I could have worked in a corporate and work and earned lakhs, but I am teaching because I love teaching. It was my passion to teach. So that's my passion. So this is the first thing that one should do, that follow their passion. Second, one should definitely have a person in their life whom they can talk to. They can be their sibling,
Yes, ma'am.
it can be your parents, it can be any person inside your home. It is very important to have someone inside your home whom you can rely on, whom you can speak out everything with, because we usually find this person as a friend or as anyone that is around me but outside the house. We somehow fail to trust people who are within the house. But
Yes, ma'am.
given how the trend is moving on, I think you should always find one person inside the house. There can be n number of people who don't understand you inside the house, but there will be this one person inside your house who will understand you, who will understand what you go through, and who will definitely push you, who will definitely trust you, and be supportive towards you no matter what you do.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
These are the
So,
two
ma'am,
things that I.
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Sada.
Very. So, ma'am, now we have come to the end of the chat show. Hope you liked it. I Yes, ma'am, I would like to extend my gratitude and warm regards to you for praising us with your presence at today's chat show. Ma'am, we at Hey Foodie have our own little way to thank and show love to all our guests. Ma'am, we will be presenting to you a certificate of participation on the behalf of the entire Hey Foodie team. Do accept it, ma'am, as a token of love. Ma'am, it will be sent to you on your mail.
Thank you so much, Sada.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if you would like to show this interview to your loved one, please visit our YouTube page. And to know more about Hey Foodie, please visit our social media pages. Thank you, ma'am, for thank you for sharing such valuable informations, for giving your precious time. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sadaf. Thank you, Pallavi, for inviting me. Thank you so much, Chandan sir. And I believe you guys are doing a fantastic job in getting all the people across the city and making them
Thank you so
connect
much,
with,
ma'am.
and that definitely will help them in the long run. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are really honored. Thank you.
Thank you so much.